Okay. Let's talk about Kyle. The most narcissistic, evil bad guy to Rudo there ever could be. This guy is a really, really bad guy, but he's got really good stats. He's basically the yin and yang opposite of Gwingulin in the game Brigandine, the Legend of Forcina. So let's talk about him. Can he be a good knight for you? Can he do well for you? Whether you love him or hate him, doesn't matter to me. I use this guy for tanking purposes. He's really good for that. Before we do this, let's read his profile real quick, okay? And then we'll talk about all stats and everything. So Kyle, male, 43, and he is now a paladin on my team here. Rudo's talented aide, level-headed, and extremely intelligent. He often flatters High Priest Gilliam in order to avoid the spotlight himself. However, his keen knowledge of battle tactics and innate ability to read people allow him to provide Rudo with invaluable counsel. Because of this, Rudo trusts him even more than he does Gilliam. Rudo and Kyle's combined strategic knowledge can be said to be the driving force behind the Mana Celestia Theocracy's military success. And I would say that's 100% true. Even if you put this game on auto, this guy will kick a lot of ass. A lot of ace. I'll just say that in future. He'll kick a lot of ace. How about that? There. That's more friendly. So what does he have? You get the shield block, which is amazing. Honestly, Paladins, I'd have to say in this game, Paladins take the cake. Grand Edition used to be Shoguns, but in here, I'd have to say they take the cake as far as damage and shielding damage and just survivability as a whole. This is just something you get. You get hit point recover, 3% of max HP, which for him, what is that? 3% of that? Well, 10% would be 76, and then 5% of that would be half of 76, which would be about, what, 30, 35 plus the 3 is about 38. So about 38 hit points back. I think it's about, well, no, that's half. Anyway, I can't do math right now in my head. I'm trying to make a video. I'll do it later. I don't know. Today's just not my day for doing it right now. I'll, you know what? I could just pull up the calculator, which I almost never do. Now look at me. I'm having to use it a lot now. All right, so 767 times 3%. 23 hit points? I don't know. I hope I did that right. Either way. So, yes, these are both good skills. And so what this does is there's a 25% chance you're going to take half damage. So whatever the damage was, it's half. So it's really good. So you start off with this. Well, you don't. I don't think you start off with that. I don't know if you start off with Paladin. I forgot. But I think you're pretty close to turning into a Paladin with Kyle anyways. But you get this Holy Slash here, which is normal attack. It's a power of 130. Very good. Plus 11% accuracy. Just very, very reliable, you know? Extremely reliable attack. Let me try to highlight this while I cross out the numbers. So it's pretty good for basic attack, right? Now we go down to Holy Break. It is a pre-move. You have to sit there and do it. You do have a minus 19% chance to hit, so it is negative. You do have a plus orb to throw to it. It costs no MP, so that's pretty good there. And so that's not a bad move. That is an option. And you have a secondary attack, which is more powerful than Holy Break, called Judgment. Still a pre-move. Has an actual plus modifier. Not as good as a basic first attack there, as you can see. But extra orb. And so that's 3 orbs there. And the downfall is it is 110 MP. So instead of using a Divine Ray down below, which is 112, you can use this for 110. Now, would there be much of a difference there? Well, I'd have to say Paladin's attack is still better. So Judgment probably is better than Divine Ray. But the only difference is that Judgment is for like literally right next to you, whereas Divine Ray has a 2-space radius. So you want to probably stick with Judgment if you got a good accuracy over Divine Ray because of the attack radius here. I would have to say there's a difference there. But if you can't get close to the enemy, then go with the Divine Ray, because, you know, this has a 2-space radius. You can hit them from a distance. Iron Aura. Now, I would say if you know you're going to frontline, you know you're going to take fantastic amounts of damage, pop an Iron Aura. Basically, you're putting a protect spell on yourself. They call it Iron Aura, but it's essentially just protect. So if you can't do it and you feel you need to do it, it's in your gut, you're like, I think I might need an Iron Aura, put it on. Just saying, maybe you want to do an attack, that's great and all, but if you're the only guy in the front line defending from everything and they're going to surround you, you're going to need that. Divine Ray is great if you can't do the Judgment, but I would stick with the Judgment just because the power radius here is 210 for this, and this one is 170. Now, this one is not necessarily a guarantee, but, you know, use your head, put on your thinky thoughts, put on your brain shoes, and really think about it and see what you have to do. Now, doesn't mean you're guaranteed you're going to get the hit with Judgment. You could miss with a 95% accuracy. I've done it before. You know, so there could be some negative modifiers to it, but sometimes you just want to get that extra damage. Most of you probably want to, but if you want absolute guarantee, well then, you know, by all means go with the guarantee Divine Ray. All right, so that is my thoughts on that. Take that as you will. You do have a heal spell in case you want to heal yourself up, which is quite nice. You do have a natural aspirating heal anyway, so, you know, as long as you're fighting effectively. If you do Iron Aura, you might not have to heal because you're not going to take as much damage, and then your natural aspirating hit point recovery will, you know, make that go good for you. But what I'm trying to say is, the reason he's like Gwingulin is because he's got amazing intelligence. Now, I know it's not 80 like it was with Gwingulin in that aspect, but having 108 intelligence is really, really good. So that's why I'm saying he's like the yin and yang of Gwingulin. You could cross-class him into a mage class and get some flame spells out of it and have him have utility like Gwingulin did back in the day, back in Grand Edition. You could do that and have that too. But because his attack's at 150, his intelligence is at 108, they're both good. But the reason I'm saying you want to go with the attack more is because he just has more attack value. So the more attack value is going to contribute to having just straight up more damage. So if you're looking for more damage, go with the attack. But if you got to, you know, get a spell because, you know, you're not ready to hit them, then go with the spell. But I'm just saying, this guy can tank effectively, versatility-wise, attack and do a ton of damage. It's like having a little mini Rudo on your team, you know? Not as powerful, but versatility and all that, like it says, high intelligence, very true, very much like Gwingulin. A lot of defense, a lot of versatility. You could do a lot with this guy. This is going to be probably, besides Emma, with him and Emma, the most reliable characters you're going to have in your team besides Rudo. So I'd have to say the top 3 as far as being able to hold the front line is going to be Rudo, Kyle, and was it Emma? I think. Yeah. So let me just show you real quick. I mean, Selena's really good too, but I'm talking about frontliners that you're going to be able to rely upon. Yes, you could make him, you know, pretty good in that sense too, but from the start, she's going to be pretty reliable as far as tanking goes. You can see her attack's pretty dang strong. Defense pretty good, dang strong. Now, yeah, it's due to some equipment. So let's take it off and just see a base value with Emma here. Still pretty good, right? So look at that. Even without all that equipment, there you have it. 156. Pretty close to the same thing, right? And so, yeah, there you have it. So I wasn't going to cover Emma right now, but I just figured I'd show you a little bit of, you know, some similarities with that. So, yeah, that's pretty much Kyle in a nutshell. And he's got these types of skills, and they're really good. Paladins usually get this kind of stuff, but right from the get-go, reliability, right off the bat, you want a weak team to work with Kyle. Kyle can, you know, definitely go out in front lines, handle his own, and hold up pretty well. Command range isn't the greatest, obviously, with 3. Character growth isn't the greatest with E because he's already kind of established and all that. But the rune growth at a B, that's not bad, you know. So yeah, definitely consider Kyle. He's honestly one of my favorite reliable characters to use in Mana Celestia, and I think you might also enjoy using him too. So that's all I have for the video. Thanks so much for watching. If you did, definitely smash the subscribe. Definitely subscribe for more. We're going to have more Brigandine stuff. We're going to have more Tactics Ogre stuff. We're going to have some front mission stuff. We're going to have all kinds of stuff coming in the future. And if there's any new games that trip my trigger, then I will get those too, and we'll have them out for you. So I hope you enjoyed, and I appreciate all of you that have subscribed. I truly do appreciate that. And I'll see you in the next video. See ya.